Ghana lost their first game against Cape Verde by 2-1,
Yeah.
and they drew against the Egyptians. No, I think their drew against the Egyptians was attributed to poor decision
Poor
making
defense.
on defense.
Yeah.
How do you think? As we've talked about it, I think we've highlighted this issue of the Ghanaian defense and how they've been leaking goals. I talked about it, and I realized that it boils down to the team itself, the Ghanaian team itself, um, being complacent behind. And I keep on using the word complacency when it comes to the Ghanaian team because I just feel that they are always complacent. They feel that when they go into a match, they can beat anybody. How do you think that this Ghanaian team can can mitigate this complacency and put in that force behind? Because I think going forward, they don't have an issue. The system don't have an issue. But where they have an issue is the defense. And the defenders have to come to the party. They have to come and help their team this time around. Anything other than a win, they are out.
I think for the Ghanaian national team, it's very simple. Like you said, a lot of people are saying, why did the coach not play Daniel Amate? But I look at the back line of Juku, and I feel the back line, to be sincere with you, I must give Chris Hilton his cutting some slack there. I think if Amate was in that team, they would have considered more. He's quite. I've watched him play in Leicester City. He's quite erratic. He makes a lot of mistakes. He's throwing tantrums in the camp, saying that why is he not playing? After all, he played all the qualifiers down to come to the Nations Cup. They played a different player altogether. But come on, he's in the Nations Cup. We see players who play qualifiers, they don't even make it to the team. Abola at some point was the top scorer for the Euros for England. He did not make it to the squad when the proper squad was finally made. So this thing happens, But I think, like you said, the issue with this Ghanaian team is not the attack. They've shown that they've got quality players in the attack, from Semenya to the Ayew brothers to Mohamed Kudus to Nyaki Williams to they've got to Ishaku. They've got a great squad attacking wise. The problem is they actually see that, like you said, that defense complacency. I ask myself, who makes what? See, the error was so bad. If you watch that game, it was so bad that you ask yourself, did these guys really prepare for this tournament? It was so bad that are these players really professionals, or are they street boys? Even street boys will not make that error. How do you, of all players in Nakuda, who is well exposed in the Spanish La Liga, pass the ball so carelessly to the opponent, and the opponent was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper? So I think defensively that's where they could need to work on. I think they've proven that they can score goals. They scored in 3 games. They scored 4, if I'm not mistaken. They scored 2 against Egypt. They scored 1 against Cape Verde. Nigeria's only scored twice, but we have 4 points. Then they have only 1. So they show that their problem is not goal scoring. Their problem is the backline. They're shipping lots of goals. In 2 games, they've shipped in 4 goals and scored 3 goals. So that is the problem. I think if the coach can, that's Chris Hilton, can find a way to shore up the backline and not concede against Mozambique, which I think is a more easier opponent on paper and on what I've seen so far in this tournament. Mozambique have not a flat out to receive. They kind of have something going for them as per team spirit, but they lack the experience and the wherewithal and the quality that needed at this level of football in Africa. So Ghana should, like I said, they should be able to get goals. That's not been a problem with Cruz in that team. You can bet on them scoring a goal or 2. But the problem is how well can they shut the back line. I think Ghana are favourite to win this one. I think the coach has been under massive pressure. After the first game, a fan had to go and attack him. After the second game, the fans had to camp around their hotel. They don't want to agree that they don't agree. Say they are struggling this way. But like I said, they need to eat the humble pie. I know we've talked about that already. That they are not where they used to be. It's not the days of the baby jet Massimo again. It's not the days of the Stephen Appiah, the days of the Michael Essien. Gone are those days. Those days are gone. The days of the Dennis Agogo. Those days are gone. The Pan Steel and the King Steel. Those days are gone. The days of the Kwado Asamoah. The days of the Sule Muntaris. Those days are gone, So the days of the George, the Mensahs, those days are gone. So they need to, look into their team and say, oh, we are not where we used to be, just like Nigeria isn't. So we take the humble pie and we try to rebuild, agree that we are not the best team in Africa. So when we play a team that is bigger than us, what do? We humble ourselves, defend deep, and counter attack. It's just simple logic. So uh Ghana to win this one all day of the week. I think they've got enough quality in depth. I don't think Mozambique will have enough answer for all the things that this Ghanaian team will throw at them. But I know we already know the Achilles of this Ghanaian team. If Ghana will not take all 3 points from this game, it wouldn't be the attack. It will be from the defense, because I think they look like it's a defense that is one move away from making one mistake or the other, and that will be the major problem for this Ghanaian team.
Okay. The Achilles heel, like I said, is still the defense, and both of us agree. So, but if you look at, I was asking myself, what was Nicky Williams doing at the back? Does he have any business at the back?
This is, modern day football, they'll tell you that the striker needs to also put in a shift in. But I say something. It is true that everybody needs to put in a shift in, but you don't put a player where you're going to be a suspect. Not everybody is going to be Victor Osimhen. Not everybody is going to be DJ Drogba. Even DJ Drogba, as good as he is defensively, don't forget he was one who caused that penalty in the final of the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Yeah. He showed clearly there, so he was not a defender. The way he tackled the player, you already know this one not be defender. He has no business in that part of the field. It's the same thing with Iñaki Williams. As much as he's one of the deadliest strikers in Africa, I do think he is in front of the 18-yard box, one-on-one with the goalkeeper in the other half of it. But in the other end, he has no business. I think his brother Nico Sev is more defensively minded than he is. So I think that's what they could need to do. Ensure that the players stay in their positions. Do not overdo it. Do your thing. If everybody can be able to do their job, the team would smile. But because of the fact that Ghana was really struggling, and don't forget, there was that massive pressure to win that game, it forced some other players to start doing some duties that are not normal, in quotes. They're not in their forte. They're not in their caviar. Just like what is he doing there? What is Nicky Williams doing there? What is the wingers doing some position? Like I said, what are they doing there? Because they want to defend. But I think Mozambique is a far lesser team than Egypt. I don't think Nicky Williams will be in that position anytime soon against Mozambique. He's going to be in front of trying to score the goals against a wounded, Mozambican team. So I think they will skill past this one. My problem with Ghana is when they get to the bigger stage and when they face the big boys, what they offer when they play against the big team. But for now, I think they will get off all 3 points. But what will determine whether they go through, it will be how well Egypt, fare against Cape Verde. So the other to do is do their job and then wait for the result in another game.
Do their job and wait for the result in another game. Ghana